Hey there, welcome. Quick intro while the Aurelion Sols fight each other. So, if you're watching this video, you probably know Riot is reworking Aurelion Sol, and they have shown us some of the abilities, and I think they look cool, but sadly some of the current mechanics about a Sol that I really like seem to be going away, and that's why I did this, to see if I could do something fun while preserving those mechanics. I'll go over all of the abilities very quickly first, for those of you that are in a hurry, and later I'll talk about them in a bit more detail for those of you that are curious or want some more insights. So, first of all, the Q, it's this tiny little voice of light, like the current R, but it only deals damage. As for the E, it is like the current Q, just the same thing. I just moved it to the E to make room for the new Q. And the W is this AoE around you that slightly knocks back enemies. As for the passive, you might have figured it out. Every time you use a basic ability, you spawn a star around you, and when that star collides with an enemy, it disappears and it deals damage in the process. So, the ult. When you press the ult, you temporarily get another ring around you, and every time you use an ability, you spawn 2 stars instead of 1. Additionally, the range of all of the abilities is increased to match the larger ring instead of the smaller one. So the E goes this far, the W has this AoE, and the Q has this AoE. So that's the quick overview. Now, a bit more details on why I made these choices. So firstly, the passive. The goal was to try to make the passive a smaller damage portion of the kit. I think one of the reasons he's not too popular today is because most of his damage comes from the orbiting stars, and it is a hard mechanic to use. So I think that's one of the reasons. So I tried to make it a less important part of the kit, but try to keep the essence of it. Another cool thing about not having stars on all the time is that when they are not up, you would be able to hide in a bush, which I think is cool. I know that Aurelion Sol is a celestial dragon. It technically wouldn't fit in a bush in Summoner's Rift, but that is true for a lot of champions in League, and hiding in bushes is just fun. Going for level 1 invades, choosing your opponent, it's something cool, so I think that's a positive. As for the Q, I think that his current ult is cool. I just feel that it doesn't feel like an impactful enough ultimate ability, so I think it's cool to repurpose it and making it just a basic ability. The idea is that it only deals damage, it is your primary damage ability, since you don't have as much damage in the stars. As for the E, it is exactly the same Q you have today. I just moved it to the E to make room for the new Q. And the W, since in this iteration you can't really move the stars in and out, I decided that you should probably have some more CC, and also compensate for the CC that you lost in the ult, so that you can keep enemies in the ideal spot. And yeah, as for the ult and the increased ranges, so the large E's, or the large star surges that you can get nowadays, is one of the things that I really like about a Sol. So that's one of the driving forces to make the ultimate that increases your ranges. And I also feel that it's really cool that sometimes a Sol gets to have like this huge teamfight presence, since he's a celestial dragon. And yeah, I think a cool name for the ultimate could be the name of the current W, Celestial Expansion, since you get a bigger area of influence, of course. And if you know Aurelion Sol's lore, it also represents how the crown that controls him is weakening, right? And sometimes he gets to do more powerful things. Yeah, the only thing I think I didn't say is that the name for the W would be Nova Burst. Yeah, so Center of the Universe like today, Voice of Light, Nova Burst, Star Surge, and Celestial Expansion. Yeah, and that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. If you watched up until now, thanks a lot. If you want to leave a like, that really helps. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye.